Well, hello, welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and today we're going to do some mini tags, or as I recently saw used in another video, paper dangles. So, you may remember I recently showed you that I got these items, get rid of that because they're shine, from Globeland. I got these beautiful invoice stamps, these grungy number stamps, and a set of 4 dies. That's all one, and then these window dies. Well, today we're going to use these and these to make a project. I will put the code in the description box for each of the items, and I will also leave you the links, because there is a 10% discount if you'd like to go along and get some of these items, or indeed some of the others that they have, because they've got some amazing crafting stuff over there. So I've got 3 different coloured cards. I'm going to stamp onto the cream, and then we're going to use either or of these for the backing. So set them aside. I've got my hole punch, and I've got red twine and twine. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half so that it's going to fit into my big shot when we cut out the dies. So metal blade, scalpel, chop that in half. Obviously you can do it on your cutting board or with scissors, whatever makes you happy. We'll set them aside up there for a moment, and I'm going to look at the stamps. Now, I chose these. They gave me the option to choose what I liked, and I chose these because I think they're great for backgrounds and things. Now, as you can see by the discolour, I have used them already, so I'm going to start with this one, which is a bit like a ticket with a paper clip, etc. And I've got walnut, oxide, black, spectrum noir and red stays on. I'm going to do some red because some of you are still working on Christmas things, so let's, give you some ideas for that. So I'm just going to, as always, apply ink to my stamp, and then we're just going to offer this up, giving us some space around it because we want to be cutting that out. Now, I've missed that line through the middle again, as you can see. I do that quite a lot. If that happens, pick it up, pick your stamp up and put it down. Very often it's that you've not got a good connection. Let's try another one of those, because I know they work, because I've done some already on fabric. Look how good they look on fabric. So that's another idea. If you're a stitcher, there you go. Or you want some fabric clusters or the like. So I've got that one in red. I'm going to do this one in brown. I've got all my inks open, look. It's a bit naughty, isn't it? So this project is very, very simple. So we've got a brown one of those, and I think we'll have a black one of these. There we go. Okay, we just work with those 4. Obviously there are more on here that you could use, but I'm just going to work with these 4. So we cover up these inks, because otherwise you know what's going to happen. I am a bit of a disaster. Cover them up like that. Okay, we've used our stamps, so we can move our stamps. Now, let's bring in our die cutting machine, which in this case is a Big Shot. Okay, I'm going to place my card on there, so obviously that fits nicely, and then I'm going to find the appropriate rectangle. Now, that one, as you can see, is much too big, so we don't want that one. We need the smaller ones. Right, so this largest one of this part of the cluster, and just twist them out. That's all I do. Twist them out like that, and then just snap off these little bits like that. Pop them in your bin. Oh, I didn't pop it in the bin, did I? I still had hold of it. Right, now that one should, yep, that's going to cut that nicely. So that one's going to sit there. And I'm not worried that I'm cutting some of the stamp off, and you'll understand why in a minute, I think, I hope. So, pull that round. That one is going to fit on there. These ones are now too small, so I'm going to need this one to, oh no, actually, I'm going to need this one again on there. So let's do that one first. We'll come back and do the black one in a minute. And then I'm just going to run it through my machine. Okay. You should hear the crack. There it is. And then I like to go back again. And there we have got those 2 cut out. Okay. And then this is too big, isn't it? Yes. We want this one for that one. I said 4 because I saw 4 stamps, but of course it's 3, isn't it? Run that one through as well. Okay. And then, because we've got the graduation rectangle set, we can now go up. So for this one I want black, and for these 2, oh actually those 2 black and that one craft. So we'll cut off a slither of this black, and just, you probably can't see this, but I'm just using the cutting mat to tear off a strip of that. Okay, I'm going to put this in. I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to put that one on, and then we're going to find sizes that we want. Now that one is definitely the one for that one, so we're going to cut that. Is it also the size for that one? Yes, it is. Right, so make your life a bit easier. Fold your card in half, put your card down, put your die on, cut 2 at once. Okay. And you have got 2 black ones. We've got 1 for that one. We've got 1 for that one. So set them aside for a minute, and then we've got the one that we did that we stamped in brown that I can't now pick up. And we want a piece of craft card. So again, I'm going to put that on there, put that there. Just rip that down. Now we're going to work out which die we need to put on there, and I think it's this one. Yeah, because I've just basically gone up 1 every time. So if I cut the stamped piece with this one, I'm then cutting the frame with this one. I've just gone up 1 each time. Okay, and then we're going to run through there like that. We can now pull out our back for that one, set them aside. We can get rid of all this excess card and the die cutter sheet, so we've got some space to work. I'm going to bring these back in. Okay, now if you want to, you can obviously ink the edges, entirely up to you. I think I'll ink this one, just the brown one, just so you can see the difference. A little bit of ink and just run that around that piece of card. Like so. And that's going to go on there. Okay, so then the simplest thing you have ever done, really. Okay, you are going to get some glue. You're going to run the glue around your die cut, your small print stamped die cuts, like so. Okay, set that there a minute to go a little bit tacky. I'm going to pull some string that is long enough that I can get a loop at the top and a dangle at the bottom. Okay, put that on there. You can run a little glue line up the middle. You can lay that on there. Make sure you've got your loop open at the top and that you can open your little tails at the bottom, and then pick up your stamped piece and simply centre it onto your card. Okay, I'm going to pick it up, make sure it's all nicely stuck down, because you have got this, you know, bulbous cord running through it. And then look, you've got a beautiful hanging tag. You can trim these if you want to, so they're a little bit shorter. Look at that. I just think that is divine. Okay, I'm going to use red again for the other black one, but this time I'm going to put a hole in it. So actually, let's stick it on first so we make sure the hole doesn't go through this stamped card. If you want your hole through both, that's absolutely fine, but obviously I'm just doing mine through the top. So this time I'm going to centre it, and then I'm going to pull it down a little bit because I want to allow for the hole that's going at the top. I'm going to stamp a little hole like so, and I'm going to take my piece of cord, okay, fold it in half, poke it through your hole. I mean, you've done this many times, haven't you? Okay. Now, I'm holding on to my short piece and I'm pulling my long piece to the length where I want it. And then I'm going to tie a knot here. Like so. And then another knot. So we've got a big knot. That big knot is A, going to stop that pulling through, and B, allow us to have some little dangly bits. There you go. So it's two different ways of doing it, and they're both black. And then this crafty coloured one, I'm obviously going to use the twine under. So I'm going to do the same thing again of setting it slightly down. So we'll find the centre and push it down a little bit, like so. This time I'm going to do a double hole. So I'm going to do a hole that side and a hole, trying to make sure they're even. Hole that side like that. I'm going to put my twine through from the front. I'm going to pull it across, pull it through the other one. Like so. Make sure you've got the amount that you want to hang it. Tie these two together. Like so. Again, you can have a really short one and then a slightly longer one, and that is how you very quickly can get some beautiful looking tabs that are a whole lot simpler to make than they actually look. as always, I'd like to say a huge thank you for you coming along and crafting with me today. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. All of the information will be in the box below. Ta-ta for now.